Hey there, YouTube. I'm Yukitsu, this is the Yukitsu Times. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another vlog-like thing. So, yeah, playing Rimworld again, and just doing this real quick while I talk a little bit about the way things are going. So, yeah, first off, I want to talk about 3,000 subscribers. So, yeah, a lot faster than I thought that was going to be coming up, which is great news for me. Thank you all so much for making that possible. That was way faster than I had ever anticipated getting to 3,000 subscribers. So basically, like, I was sick and I was just like, okay, well, maybe I'll get to 3,000 by sometime late January. I've got, like, as of 1st of January, like 3,050. So when I got sick, I was just like, okay, when I get back, I will deal with this. But, you know, until then, I'm not going to really be like, oh yeah, too worried about it, because I'll be kind of sick, and I just couldn't make any videos or anything like that while I was sick. So instead what happened was I came back, and it turned out that you guys had done a really good job pulling through and just making a real nice holiday surprise for me there. It was just quite overwhelming how much support I'd received over that time period. And yeah, so just first off, thanks a lot. I'm not going to do anything too special for, like, I'm not going to do a 3,000 subscriber video, because it's getting to that sort of point where they're close enough together that, like, I kind of want to wait for the next major milestone. Like, next one is going to be 10,000, I think would be a really cool milestone to get to if I can. So, you know, if that's possible, then it's possible, and that's what I'll get to. But if it's not, then it's not. But we'll see how things go. Until then, though, I'm pretty happy with what I've accomplished here, what I've managed to do so far. But, you know, if it starts going faster like this, and I tried to do one every 1,000 subscribers, that would just kind of get a little bit overwhelming. And I still haven't even finished my Don't Starve adventure game. So one of the things I am going to do, sort of to celebrate this, as much as I said I wasn't really going to do anything to celebrate getting to 3,000 subscribers, I'm going to try and blitz through the rest of the adventure mode. I didn't start doing that just yet because I still feel a little bit sick, and I wanted to make sure that I'm not, you know, playing that sick, because Don't Starve Adventure actually takes quite a lot of concentration from me, so a little bit of focus. So playing that too distracted would probably actually just end up me getting killed, so don't want that happening, obviously. So yeah, instead doing a little bit of a Rimworld here. Just showing off a little... Oh, crap. What's going on here? Okay, they'll attack or wait a little while and then attack. Okay. But, yeah, so we're doing a little bit of Rimworld. Announcements for the new year is going to be, you know, more Don't Starve. I'm not going to change that, but I am going to, of course, take a little bit of... continue my little bit of a time off from it that I've taken so far. And I think that that's sort of a little bit fair. It's not going to be a very long one. The thing is, I'm expecting Don't Starve Together to be really sort of out quite soon. I don't think that it's going to be fully ready for me to make the videos that I want to be making out of it just yet. But it's getting pretty close now. It's getting pretty close to ready. So hopefully we'll have some good stuff there for video content, but... Oops. There we go. Alright. This is not good. Hopefully she'll be able to get there safely. Ouch. Swap around the AI's aggro a little bit there. So, yeah, planning on also playing a little bit more Rimworld this year. It's a game that I really enjoy, so we'll see if we can't get a little bit more out of it. Oh, come on, you bastard. There we go. Oh, yeah, he died. That's a shame. Anyway, let's undo everybody there. Let's strip all these corpses. So, yeah, Don't Starve Together, something I know that everybody's looking forward to. Another thing I want to announce on this vlog-like thing, I kind of want to do a get-together thing. I'm not really sure what the best way to do it would be. Someone suggested do, like, a channel server. The thing is, I wouldn't be around for very much of that necessarily. Like, I wouldn't be able to keep track of it for very long. But, you know, that would potentially be a good way to do things. Or we could do a specific meetup day. I could put up a password or something like that on my Twitter account and a time and a day, and give you all a time to show up for that. That might be an idea if you guys are interested in that. If somebody wants to, they can, of course, record it with YouTube as well. I would be more than happy to let people do that. That would be really actually quite cool. Just send me, you know, the links of those as well. That would be something I'd want to see from other people's points of view. And maybe we could also just have, I could just tell about a server in the channel description or in my video comments, or I can make a video announcing like a specific Yukitsu Times sort of channel for server for that, so that we could all get together and just sort of mess around in there. Of course, it wouldn't be a very protected one. I'm just assuming that everyone's going to mess around a little bit, mess around with other people, but that's fine. I don't really mind too much with people sort of messing with other people in this sort of kind of game. It's kind of the sort of one where, you know, just try and have as much stuff as you can. If other people show up in the server and they kind of want your stuff, you know, that's fine. That's just as long as they're willing to chip in and throw some stuff your way as well. That would be sort of communal nonsense, but we'll have to see how that goes, see if there's any people who feel otherwise. And of course, I was also thinking of maybe just sort of, I don't know, I kind of wanted to do some actual ones over Skype with some friends or something like that as well, but I wasn't really sure how I wanted to go about doing that. So I'll see who I can, who I want to get for that particular thing. That's always sort of tricky to balance, because you always kind of want to do things with a lot of people, but you're never quite sure who it is out there when you're like just talking to random subscribers or something like that. Yeah, like I can't guarantee who I'd be doing that with, or if they'd be polite, or if they'd be incredibly rude, or if they'd be like just a little bit too intense or something like that, or if they'd be like a sociopathic murderer maybe. You know, you never know what you're gonna get when you're sort of on the internet there. Which is another thing. I've noticed that I've been getting a little bit more of those subscribers. I've been getting more friend requests on Steam than I used to. It's not a huge amount more. The thing is, what I used to get was a ton of bots that would come by, or just those scum accounts that would come around and try and be like, hey, you should give me a whole bunch of like random items, and they were just sort of spam accounts. I got a ton of those historically, and like I've gotten a slight uptick in the number of people who have done friend requests for me on Steam. So sorry if I've shut you down and said like I don't want a friend invite from whoever on Steam. Usually it's because literally it's because I don't actually know who you are usually. So if that's the case, and I've said, you know, no, I don't want to be your friend on Steam, it's not because I don't really want more friends on Steam or anything like that. It's because, like, it's hard to distinguish between someone who I've never met who, you know, wants to sort of talk or whatever, someone who's sort of from the channel or whatever, like a subscriber or something like that, and it's hard to tell them apart from somebody who's just literally trying to get items, trying to be a spam bot, trying to be a jerk like that, because those guys are real annoying. I don't really want to have to deal with those. And I think that sort of is really a shame that's something I've had to do, but it's not any of your guys' fault, so I think that's something to keep in mind as well. But if any of you have been trying to add me on your Steam, sorry that I've said no, but that's my reason why. It's literally just because I'm a little bit inundated by Steam friend invites that is mostly just like... Yeah, it's not actual people who want to be friends, it's just people who want to get free Steam items. So, you know, if possible, I'll try and find a channel for you guys to talk to me. Try and, maybe if you send me an email, I guess, you could try and get me through Steam that way, although I'll probably start getting bots through there instead, which is going to be real annoying. And then they'll be asking me for Steam items. It's going to be awful. But, yeah, I'll try and find a different way, and if I find some people like that I feel I can sort of go to there as far as that goes, maybe we can do a couple games like over Skype or something like that. I've actually got friends who play this game as well, but I'm not sure if they want to be on YouTube or anything like that, because, like, honestly, not everyone wants to be on YouTube. I can definitely understand not wanting to be exposed to the sort of nonsense that is out there on YouTube, but For those of you who maybe do, I'll try and figure out what I can do as far as that goes, but yeah, just trying to keep it fairly low-key, keeping it fairly, you know, whatever, but we'll see. Alright, let's get everyone doing that, and let's get everyone doing that again. There we go. Let's add another person who can do research, and let's have a go at this. And one of the ways in this game that you can go ahead about making it so that people research more is that you stop giving out orders. But I kind of want more boarskins so I can get a boarskin parka or something like that. We're in a heat wave, so I obviously don't want to wear the parka right now, but we'll see. So, yeah, Rimworld. It's a game that I've been playing a little bit of since I'm trying to get used again to the patch. As you can see, this is another map. The reason I didn't keep the last save was I was trying to record something with it, but I forgot that it is set to a different key than my default for recording. I have to set this one to tilde instead of F9, because F9 does something weird that I can't get out of without hitting F9 again or something like that. I can't really remember, but suffice to say, you know, we've switched over to this world because I ended up doing a whole shit ton of the other world without saving. So, yeah, it's kind of been the way it has been, but whatever, if that happens. Let's see here. Now, we are mining out rooms here, and that's because we've got limited space. I don't actually need to live in the mountain, the reason being that we've got such an excellent position here that I haven't really had to go about building us into the mountain for defensive purposes. This is actually really adequate defensively, just this one choke point. If we go up here, you can see that this is actually a continuous wall, so what would happen is they could drop directly into here, which would suck. And I'm going to have to put up some defenses against that eventually. But what I'm likely to do is actually just roof this area, just give this entire area, except for around this orbital trade beacon, a roof. So, actually, I have overextended this storage zone. Okay, let's go ahead and zone in here. It's got to be a couple lower than that. Let's do it into there, I think. Alright, and we won't allow rotten, we won't allow food. Won't allow medicine. Oops, we will allow all those. Won't allow body parts, won't allow corpses. I think that's actually okay. And we should actually go ahead and also change the flooring there. Now, the reason I'm changing the floor here is to concrete is because concrete does not burn. So changing it to concrete means that this whole area, if it there's a fire nearby, it won't burn my inventory on the trade area, so it's nice to have the fire not spreading onto your valuable trade goods. Same reason that I've got this concrete up in this front area is to prevent my turrets from burning, and the fire from them lighting on fire and exploding and all that from traveling to my buildings over here, so that's very important. Bulk goods trader, alright. We'll check them in the morning. Oh, let's see what we got here. What kind of bricks are those? Limestone? Alright, well, whatever. Let's have them queued up so that we can pick them up if we need to, but in the meantime, let's have Tsao head on up over here to the comms. Let's talk to the bulks goods trader. Got a little bit of an office building over here, which is what we're trying to use for a couple things, but I don't want to use any of our leather or anything like that, since we're going to probably be using that. We could take Devil Strand, but we could actually just grow that ourselves. So yeah, all we want from these guys is medicine. And we're going to take all of their medicines. That's going to be quite a lot of money, but it's worth it. It is quite hard to get medicine otherwise. We've got a little bit left over, 6 medicine left over, but like we can definitely do it some more. Alright. So, Rimworld, is this a game that people are playing? I think that it might be, but it's hard to say for sure. I've played quite a bit of it, and I've gotten pretty good at it in some ways, but we'll see how well I do here. Is this something that people would be interested in seeing a full-on guide series with? Because I'm always looking for other games that I could try and, you know, do a full guide series with, a bit like I did with Don't Starve. And I don't really want to do one that people aren't interested in, but I also don't want to always just try and rely too much on Don't Starve. That probably just would not be very good for me. But at the same time, you know, it's what people want. I also want to be able to accommodate that. So, you know, it's a delicate balance that I have to sort of tread there. But we'll see what your opinion on that is. All right. And maybe if you guys do want to see a full-on Let's Play of this, we'll provide one, because that would actually be pretty cool. All right. Weapons and tools. I'm using this area as a sort of workshop, and I'm also going to be using it as the medical area. I switch that to that, and switch this to normal, so I've got 6 rooms, potentially. If I need to, I can get lots of places for people to live. Now, one of the things that I've noticed with this is that I can sell it for like $1,000, which is quite a lot. Mysterious Blaze Determined Crops again, lovely. But the ability to sort of have that there is probably going to be one of the sort of stronger things. If I need to. Okay, I've got a ridiculous number of meals. It doesn't matter that I've got 4 people living here. This is enough for now. Alright, and how much boar skin do I have there? I don't think I have quite enough for a coat. Let's see. Yeah, I think you need 100 for a coat. Let's see. Work amount requires 120 usable ingredients. Okay, well, I know that we've got quite a lot of muffalo leather, but not quite that much. So maybe if we just shot 1 muffalo, we could actually go ahead and make that. And that should be enough to... And what's probably going to happen is my hunter's going to run down there, kill like 5 muffalo, and we'll end up with that. So, anyway, getting a little bit back on track here. So, just wanted to sort of start off the new year, try and figure out a little bit about what you guys kind of want to see. Obviously, I'm going to be doing more Don't Starve once I think that actually probably did get hotfixed to the point where it's a bit better. When it came out and when I've been playing it, it was having some real problems, and you sort of saw that in my video of Don't Starve Together, just a quick look at it. I think that had to do with the server loads. It was just, you know, too many people jumping in there after it came out of closed beta, because it wasn't like that in closed beta when I was playing that. It was actually fine. Now it's gone into sort of open beta or whatever. I think that it's sort of probably slowed down a little bit, and it's probably mostly because, quite literally, we're just getting way more people playing that game. So, with that in mind... Oh, they did manage to pick off only the right one. Interesting. But, yeah, with that in mind, it means that, like, it's going to be a little bit of a while before I fully get into that, because simply I just didn't want to play it when it was too buggy. Now that it's probably fixed, as far as I can tell, it looks like it's been hot-fixed a couple times, so it's probably to the point where I can play it, unlike before. So now that that's there, I might try and focus a little bit more on that, but I don't want to focus too much on that, because most of the content is the same Don't Starve content, it's just with other people, obviously, which definitely adds a spin to it, and definitely makes it different and interesting, but yeah, we don't want necessarily to be forcing ourselves to play that game when it's not in the best state possible. Could be one as well that I decide, like, look, just wait for full release. And I do that with a lot of games that I play. I don't really want to play the game in its sort of incomplete state, so I'll check it out in beta, but I'll end up more or less playing it more completely once it's in full release. We might end up seeing that with Don't Starve Together, just if they can't really get it together quite yet. That's understandable. We just want to wait until they can. So we'll have to see how that sort of goes, whether it's going to be something that they can really easily fix, or if it's going to be something that's going to be difficult for them. But we'll see how it goes. All right. And if not, you know, I've got other things that I can do in Don't Starve. I still want to continue on with those series that I've started. Even though they're fairly basic, you know, I still wanted to continue on with them a little bit longer. There's still more stuff in Reign of Giants that I wanted to do. I still have not encountered a couple of the giants in that series yet, so I at least want to continue going until we've encountered all the giants in those series that I'm running there. So maybe we'll finish off those. We'll see how it goes. definitely something I want to look into at any rate, but we'll see. And yeah, it's not a whole lot else that I want to talk about. So thanks once again for 3,000 subscribers. That is like ridiculously awesome. Thanks, guys. It is just it was hard for me to actually imagine getting to this point in time, and I'm really glad that I did, and that you guys are enjoying the content enough that 3,000 of you have decided to join up and subscribe. It means a lot to me that you guys have done that. So yeah, I'm hoping that 2015 as well is going to be a really good year for me. I know that 2014 was. I hit two of my milestones there, basically. I hit 2,000 subscribers and I hit 3,000 subscribers all in 1 year. That was really awesome, and it's getting faster. So, yeah. I hope that you found this video enjoyable. I hope you found 2014 enjoyable. And, you know, I'll try and make 2015 an even better year, an even bigger year, but that's not something I can necessarily do. I feel like I was doing pretty much everything I wanted to do last year, but always want to try and do even more, push yourself a little bit more, and so on and so forth. So, anyway, I hope you found this video enjoyable, and of course, as always, I hope to see you all next time.